So there's a 3 modalities of question answer session. One, if you want to speak to me, you raise your hand. There is an icon. You just need to click raise hand. I will allow you to speak and we can interact with each other. Second, if no questions are there, I'm going to go to question answer box to deal with the question. And third, I'm going to go to chat box and deal your question. So let's start with that. Vinayak has raised his hand, wanted to speak. Yes, Vinayak, I have unmuted yourself. You can speak and you can ask a question, whatever in your mind. Then finally, we'll go to IMA people. Dr. Shirish, so that he can definitely add on a few words who organized this particular session, and then we'll close. Yes, Vinayak, you want to ask any question? Dr. Goel, have you got something in mind?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
I just want to ask, as we hospital owners and doctors say, we have to keep the bouncers or some muscle people in the hospital.
Never ever. Bouncers and all, I'll not advise. I have already shared a case with you. If suppose bouncers does something.
Yes, that I have listened to you.
That
I have listened to you.
Yeah. So if at all you keep a bouncer and in aggression, bouncer has killed someone or does some act, then you are going to be variously liable in that. So be careful, because the bouncer is going to say that I have acted on the order of a doctor. It should not be
definitely. He will say.
So you should be careful. Yes. You should be. So bouncer, I will not advise you. Your colleagues are there who can protect you, and you also can protect instead of appointing a bouncer. Don't get directly involved with the bouncer, because bouncers are there to do their duty and tomorrow should not be in trouble.
I want to know, sir, how the medical protection indemnity you are going to the giving to the people. I just want to know the things in detail.
I'll add on to that. Thank you, Dr. Goel. The protection policy which has been tied up with New India Insurance Company, the highest, topmost insurance company in the country, in a GIC, the government insurance company, had came with everything on a writing paper. So policy which any doctor or a hospital are going to have got a side letter with that, mentioning everything what they cover. And that policy covers all the legal fees across the country, which covers cashless domain, means company is going to pay directly. It covers all cosmetic domain. The word all means any types of cosmetic surgeries. It covers latest technology like teleconsultation, second opinion, lots of things which is happening in our country, which is legal domain. It covers 1:1 policy, means 1 crore policy, or 10 cases of 10 lakh or 5 cases of 20 lakhs are covered under that. It covers out of court settlement. Like many of the time, reputation of doctor very important. In such a scenario, a doctor don't want to go to the court of law and it is indefensible case. Insurance also wanted to save their money. In such a cases, yes, the insurance company is willing to settle outside for the sake of that. So that has also been covered. And the policy is coming with a medical legal service where my services are going to be add on to that, in which notices of every types is covered. Like a vendor has troubled you or AMC register. Suppose you have taken a instrument for which you have got annual maintenance contract, like X-ray machine, I'm just giving example, and they are not helping you, or they have supplied a substandard material and you want to sue them. For that also, there's no charge. You can send a notice to them for recovery of the amount. Many of time I have found that my doctor's hard-earned money has not been recovered. Patient has not paid or ran away or given a check bouncing case, and my doctor don't put a check bouncing case on a patient, because when they go to advocate asks them 10,000 and 20,000 rupees. So they don't send a notice also. For the notice sake, there's no charge for them. Any number of notice for recovery is also available under the policy. So not to worry about that part also, which itself is enough. One notice, your amount is recovered. 10 notices, you are in benefit. In a year, I'm talking about 360 days, 365 days. So that is also covered. Defamation notice. I have found that my doctor and hospital are defamed under the various social media. Now government has came out with a new social media law, which my doctor is not aware of. They need to send it. Criminal defamation cases also can be filed. Civil defamation can be filed. So all sort of things are covered under this. Pre-litigation support, post-litigation support are always there for my doctor. So every aspect has been taken care under the policy for all my doctors. So one of the best protection policies are available in the country, in a combination of indemnity policy and medical legal service policy, which I have spoken here, in a peanut amount. Humble request that be vigilant. Don't think that I have a 60 years age. I have already practiced for 40 years. I have not got any case in the past. Don't think that because I have got a cases of doctor who are of 70 years age, 65 years age, they are never ever got a case against them now getting, because now population of the country has changed, consumer in the country has changed. So this is the need of the hour where we need to get protected. So my advice to all the people, please go on Doctors Risk website, or a people will go to call you, or you can call me and go for such a policy. Any other question? Yes, Vinayak, Sri K. Shirish sir, I'll come down to you for final word. Till the time, let's people are asking question, let them get satisfied. Then
Can I ask
have a
you
final
now?
word from
Is
you.
it okay?
Yeah, Sri.
Sir, thanks for a great program again, sir. I just want to know, what precaution a hospital owner or a clinic owner needs to take in employing Ayush doctors. I know, as per Maharashtra government, Ayush doctors can prescribe allopathy, and that's quite controversial in the country. But in other states, what are the precautions one has to take if you're employing an Ayush doctor in allopathic setup?
Great question. Let me, for all people here, for their benefit, let me share this. Maharashtra, they are allowed to do allopathic practice. Poonam Verma case decided in 1995 by Honorable Supreme Court has brought cross-pathy issue in this country. And then it is a state domain to decide about cross-pathy practitioner to pathy cross-pathy or not to do a cross-pathy. Cross-speciality, yes, there is a judgment also in cross-speciality. Now the question comes in a state where these Ayush doctors are not allowed to do allopathic practice can be appointed as a RMO or any other purposes. Friend, first defense which I'll advise all the hospital owner here to go for error omission policy, which is a part and parcel of indemnity policy, mandatorily, because all 20 consultants visiting to them are going to be a riskier for them. 90% liability going to be there. Doctors is offering one of the beautiful policy covering every aspect under that. Go with that particular protection first, error omission policy. Second, about appointing Ayush doctor. Ayush doctors are allowed to do anything and everything which other doctors are allowed. I am talking about every single doctor, Ayush or allopathy. They are, as per their act, I'm talking about their act, are allowed to do anything and everything which is under domain except prescribing the drug of other pathy. So they are restricted only with the pharmacology, not with giving a certificates, not giving us examining a patient, not giving a writing a clinical notes, or not for the purpose of taking a clinical history. Everything is allowed to them under the act. They can take a clinical history, they can do a clinical investigation, they can do all sort of things, they can give a certificate except prescribing the medicine. So if you take care of this under your state, where your consultant has done all the treatment and consultant has ordered something where they have been continuing the treatment, and Ayush doctor working as a RMO are following the order of the consultant for the not involving himself to write any single drug, restricting themselves to do all other act like examining, doing the same counseling, XYZ, then you will not be troubled. I know one case where homeopathic doctor was in as working as an internist for almost 20 years in various hospitals, was so master in handling the intensive cases that hospital has appointed him as an internist in his hospital for all critical cases. And he used to do his job very well. One fine day, he used to prescribe also, but no one was aware about. But one of the doctor was aware about his qualification per se as a BHMS. It's a case of Maharashtra only, whose son got admitted in a tertiary care center of this hospital and died thereafter. In that case, in emergency, few drug was prescribed by this doctor in absence of emergency doctor, because he was used to that. This doctor was knowing that he is a homeopathic doctor. Only on that prescription, he filed the case against that hospital. So you need to restrict your people for their activity which is allowed under their act, unless they cross over their field. So cross-pathy,
they can discuss with Dr. So-and-so and prescribe this medicine. That's
you
okay.
need to you need to restrict that they should not prescribe a drug of other pathy by their own.
And the second question is, can writing one's own qualification or fellowships and things. Is that
No, not at all.
your own letterhead? Is it
You can write only
advertisement?
sorry. Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
Writing your qualification and your fellowship training, is that taken as a misleading advertisement on your website?
Yes, I'll tell you. Even medical councils very clearly say that the recognized qualification by MCI should be put on your visiting card or letterhead or XYZ. They also take an action under unethical practice if you are writing some other qualification which is not recognized by MCI. So you should be very careful, because that can come under the advertisement when it goes to any of the authorities and can be argued. In a state where Ayush doctor are allowed to do allopathic practice, many of the states has already allowed, around 13, 14 states are allowed. If your states are allowing, you can appoint and they can prescribe a drug also when they are allowed by the law. So Vinayak, you want to ask any question? Pradeep, if at all you have got any question in your mind, you have raised your hand. I'll take few questions, Shirish sir, then I'll hand over to you.
One last
Manjunath
question.
Kini.
Is there a model letter for advertising for hospital owners? Is there a model?
I said no, hospital owner also cannot advertisement. They can do advertisement. There's nothing there. But now new CP Act says it ad should not be misleading. If it is misleading, then hospital owner is going to definitely be responsible.
And how do we define misleading?
You can defend lot, don't worry. But you see that what word you put. Fairness in 14 days. And you don't get a fairness. That cream is also challengeable. The endorser is also challengeable. 100% result in knee replacement. It can be challengeable if a patient get any complication. So lots of things are there. You need to be very careful.
Thank you, sir.
Once I see the advertisement, I can really help you in that.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
So I'll just go to question answer. There are a few questions. Manjunath Kini, is there is a time limit to challenging a certificate or treatment given to a patient? I think it is called such. So limitation act is there. Don't worry. If it is going in consumer court, there is a 2 years limitation for anything, 3 years in civil court, and in every court, because medical record keeping very clearly says that 3 years time period as per the MCI, but 5 years we do consider because condolence. So naturally, if any certificate be challenged, depend upon which certificate it is, limitation are definitely going to be one of the defense to the doctor. So Dilip Kumar, sir, what is the minimum time to keep a records of IPD? I said, as per MCI Act, it is 3 years. As per income tax, it is 7 years. But it is my personal experience that in court of law, 2 years is condoled. So advisable to keep for 5 years. Law says 3 years, but advisable to keep for 5 years. Is telecommunication incident affect to doctor as no, not at all, not at all. Sangeeta, please, murder section of IPC says that there must be intention. And my doctor never ever do any act with a clear intention. So there is no question of a murder. Negative concern for PM, absolutely not allowed. Go and attend my medical record keeping lecture. I have spoken a lot on death certificate and PM. Please refer that. Never ever go for that such a consent when you are advising a patient for PM, because PM is only to ascertain the cause of that. Sabra, the Ture document, how many years? I have already answered to you. Law says 3 years, but advisable to keep for 5 years. I just go to chat box also, if there is any question in chat box. Minimum timekeeping record answered. Document required in nursing home hospital. Please attend, because I know it is almost 1.5 hours, more than that. So if I start speaking on document, it is going to take another hour. So I have already spoken on document, but definitely in future, I'll take a case for that. Maheshwari sir, not able to hear anything. Sanjay Gupta, now probably I am ending a session. Very good afternoon. Yeah, I am a member of Doctors Risk. Yes, Kaushik, I really appreciate your reason. I have 50 lakh indemnity. Can I increase to 1 crore? Yes, you can increase. See, even if you're a general practitioner and if you got a huge number of OPD, then my advice that please go for 1 crore. Because nowadays things are different. Our population are different. Every domain are different. Advisable to go for 1 crore. It is not going to cost you 1,000 or 2,000 more for a year. Dr. Nagendra Gaur, President IMA, Mathura, and Shirish Agrawal. I really thank you, sir, Nagendra sir, and Dr. Shirish sir, and all the committee member of Mathura who have taken a pain to connect me to all your people. And I am thankful to Dr. Dilip for such a good appreciation for committee member of IMA Mathura. And I definitely wish that every doctor should appreciate their effort which they have taken. Yes, Dilip, is there any Supreme Court order about FIR can be lodged against doctor until? No, I said the guidelines is very clear in Jacob Matthew case. Bombay High Court slams doctor for prescription. This is an old case of 2018. So not to worry, because 2020 government has allowed teleconsultation. Sir, our delegates here are mostly nursing home owner. So I said I am going to take for nursing home. So I have taken for nursing home. IMA does not have. What precaution a hospital clinic owner should take? Well, I have already answered Sri. Something about pre-operative poor prognosis consent. See, consent I have already spoken today. If at all, and definitely for Mathura people, I am going to have again another session for medical record. I am going to send you the link. Please attend. Tell your people to attend. I am going to talk on all sort of a documentation in relation to IPD. I am again going to cover the consent form there. Yes, can writing down a qualification is going to affect? Yes. Excellent session. Thank you. Neha, I have already spoken about policy. Yes, Ashok Shah, for the course detail, definitely I'll tell global people to contact you and help you in that sense. If you are wanted to become medical legal experts, you are absolutely welcome, because our country needs, there is scarcity of medical legal experts in a country, in a growing field of medical law. I'll definitely advise every doctor here to please safeguard their own doctors of your own territory by becoming a medical legal experts in your territory. You will have a name, fame, money, everything followed when you start saving your own doctor. A link has already been shared by Sneha. All the link has been shared. Thanks, dear. Thanks, dear. Can we put the fellowship? I have already answered. Sir, what is the minimum time to keep a record? I have answered. Almost every question I have already answered under the chat box also, and hand raising also. So I really thank all the delegates here who have taken a pain to be with us. I really thank all the committee member of IMA Mathura who has taken a pain to connect me to their doctors. Very special thank to Dr. Gaur and Dr. Shirish, President and Secretary of Mathura. So I over to them for their words for their own people.
Thank you very much, sir. Great, thanks. And thanks a lot for this exhaustive session. Again, following your advice of prevention is better than cure. I think we should be more concerned about our medical records and consents and be very clear about what we write in them. Also, your session has outlined what our paramedical staff is very important in dealing with patients, and we should be very careful about giving insurance to them also while we take insurance just for ourselves. The whole nursing home and paramedical staff can definitely be included in the insurance part. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Again, regarding following the medical legal career, I think we should be following that united we stand and divided we fall. We should, yeah. So when we have people like you at the back, then we can definitely be, very safe when we put the scalpel to our patient.
I am always there for my doctor, sir.
Sir is there definitely, and sir will be here at your back in case anything happens. He will be there to help us. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
very exhaustive session, and we'll wait for another session again regarding consent and all that.
I am always there, sir. I am always there. And to all the people who have shown their interest in medical legal consultant course, please do that. I am one of the faculty there. I talk about complete Indian Penal Code. I talk about complete Criminal Procedure Code. I talk about complete Consumer Protection Act. I talk about drafting documentation, because you can appear in a court of law as authorized representative to protect your doctor. So please protect your own doctors of your territory by developing a skill of medical law and really become a good Samaritan, good doctor there as a support system to your own friends. So Nagendra sir, if anything is there, you wish to
speak.
Hand
over to President sir. Nagin sir,
are you there, sir? If not, no issue. We will meet again. So I really thank
you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you all, to to all Mathura people, whenever I come for a visit to Mathura, I'll definitely contact you for your support and help, because Mathura is a good
We'll
spiritual
be
city.
eagerly awaiting. We'll be
Good spiritual
eagerly
city,
awaiting.
and I
the
really
visit.
wanted to come to Mathura to visit. I got a very good opportunity to get connected to you all, so I can really be benefited there. So thanks to all friends here who have shown their interest, and thanks to all the delegates who have taken their pain. We are there together to fight this particular thing. Never ever get worried. Anytime you need my support, you can write a mail to me, you can call me, we will definitely get connected. So wait for another session, probably next week, and we will definitely inform you so that you can be enriched. Let me decide a topic and I'll intimate you. So thank you very much, all the delegates here, for being with me
Thank
for
you,
almost 2 hours. And
Thank you, sir.
thanks
Thank
to Mathura team and all committee member of Mathura and Nagendra sir and Shirish sir for doing all sort of activity for their friends. Thank you very much.
Thanks to Dilip also. Thank you, Dilip.
Yeah, thank Dr. Dilip also. Yeah, Dilip also. Thank you, Dilip.